to watch. And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now. Let's get the answers.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Oh, he took that jab well. That uppercut does not score. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Tried to score with a jab. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
On to the second round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Do you believe this? That hook's blocked. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punchers are the best.
halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missing with the hook. Nice counter shot. Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. Good job defending the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
There's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What you doing? You switched off completely. I need you to get back out there.
Straight down the middle. Can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back.
Get that jab back. Just boxing. Be smart.
And there's the bell for round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Carrying away the right hook. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite pulling right there. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
That right hand's beautiful. Just stop working with these body shots.
Stop what you're doing! Come on, you're switching off. You got complacent.
To say it again, don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Go on, get back out there and win the round. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
On to the fifth we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? The jab doesn't quite connect. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a crust. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Got out of the way of that right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
We'll win this fight. Don't worry about that round. Let's go out there.
Great round. I don't want you going over.
On to the sixth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice stop, but that won't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking, because you've got to get some before you get them close.
Jab does not score. And that hook misses. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
His stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight.
Big deep breath.
Good work. Don't forget the jab.
And there's the bell to start round 7. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship round. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Only catching air with that hook. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round.
Okay, now you've let him back into the fight that round. Right, let's go out there.
Right hand's beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few body shots.
And there's the bell for round 8. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, boxing. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. They blocked the hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? misses with that jab. A perfect counter lands. Missing with that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, and what a result.